There are places in the galaxy where even the boldest explorers will not go, where maps end. Sensors fail and old stories haunt the quiet between the stars. Human space is such a place. For 300 years, not a single foreign vessel has entered and returned unchanged. Those who come too close to the border speak of strange lights, voices in their heads, and waking dreams that never leave them. Some return with minds fractured, some never return at all. And so the galaxy learned to fear a dozen worlds on the edge of nothing, a border patrolled by ships with no flags, where silence is the only law. This is the story of what happens when the galaxy finally dares to ask why. The Council, chamber on Nexus Prime pulsed with tension. Delegates from 47 species, creatures with crystalline bodies, shifting clouds, chitinous forms, and ancient wisdom crowded around the main table. At its center, Ambassador Czar raised a trembling blue hand and addressed the room. Friends of the galaxy, he began, his voice echoing off marble and glass. For centuries, humanity has refused every offer of alliance, every probe, every invitation to trade. Their ships cross no borders, their messages are brief and polite, and their territory remains untouched. We control thousands of worlds. They hold only 12. Yet none have conquered them. None have even understood them. Captain Jorik, a massive Xanthari lizard with teeth like daggers, slammed his fist on the table. Why do we care about a handful of stubborn primates? Their technology is primitive. Their numbers are small. Dr. Velmuth, a Carey scientist, clicked her 6 arms, together in anxiety. Because, Captain, every attempt to contact or invade human space has failed. Not with war, but with mystery. Ships break down. Crews become ill. Some come back changed. No other sector in the galaxy is like theirs. The room grew quiet as memories surfaced. Ancient stories of failed invasions, of explorers who wandered too close and returned haunted or strange. Rumors spread in every language. Some said humans controlled the laws of physics within their borders. Others claimed the void itself bent to human will. Ambassador Czar continued. 3 days ago, a human vessel, the Aurora's Edge, broke down near Kepler Station, outside their territory. Their captain requested help, which is unprecedented. Our best engineers examined their ship. The engine was made of common metals and crystals, but assembled in ways we cannot replicate. Their crew was unfailingly polite, but their brain patterns were abnormal. Telepathic species reported headaches. Energy sensors detected impossible readings. They left as quietly as they came, but before departing, the human scientist, Dr. Lisa Parker, offered us medical knowledge in exchange for ceasing our spy missions along their border. She listed every ship and operative we have sent for 50 years. The chamber erupted. Some delegates demanded action. Others, caution. We must learn what makes them different. Czar insisted. I propose an official diplomatic mission to the edge of human space, not to threaten. To ask openly for understanding. Perhaps this time they will answer. The vote was unanimous. The council assembled its best. Captain Jorik would lead the fleet, Dr. Velmuth would command the scientific team, and representatives from all the major powers would ride along. 6 ships, bristling with every known technology, set course for the silent, starless border dot as the fleet neared the edge of human space. Marked only by an invisible line and a chilling absence of signals, their sensors began to flicker. Energy. Readings blurred. Power levels dipped. Weapons went into safe mode. And then 3 small human ships appeared out of nowhere. On screens, they looked outdated, almost harmless, yet something in their simplicity made every alien on the bridge uneasy. This is Lieutenant Danny Cooper of the Human Defense Force. A calm voice intoned over the comms. You have entered restricted space. Please state your business and prepare to be escorted back to neutral territory. Captain Jorik bristled. We are here to request a meeting with human leadership to establish diplomatic relations. A pause, then I have notified my superiors. Commander Kate Sullivan is on her way. Until then, please deactivate your weapons. Prolonged presence may affect your crews. The aliens exchanged nervous glances. Dr. Velmuth watched in disbelief as her most advanced instruments failed to scan. Even a single circuit on the human ship's dot, and in the silence, each crew member began to feel something else. An itch at the back of the mind. The sense that the void itself was watching them. Dot Commander Kate Sullivan arrived within the hour. Her ship gliding effortlessly through the void. To alien eyes, it was a relic bare metal hull, no visible armament, engines humming so quietly that only the sharpest sensors could pick them up. Yet as she hailed the fleet, even Captain Jorik felt the prickling sensation of being weighed and measured. Captain Jorik, Dr. Velmuth, I understand your curiosity. Sullivan's voice was calm, warm. But for your own safety, I must insist you leave human space. Extended exposure is hazardous. Dr. Velmuth spoke up, her curiosity outweighing her fear. Hazardous how? Our crews are experiencing headaches, disorientation. Some are hearing voices. Your ships look unarmed yet. We cannot scan them. What is happening to us? Sullivan hesitated, choosing her words. You are not the first to experience this. Our presence changes things. Space is not as empty as you think. Instead of retreating, the council fleet pleaded for understanding. Sullivan, after a moment's silence, offered an unprecedented invitation. A small team may land on New Texas, one of our colonies. Observe, but you will be supervised at all times. Any attempt to record technology or probe private thoughts will end the visit, the aliens agreed. The landing shuttle crossed into human space, accompanied by a trio of ancient human fighters. Immediately, the alien crew felt the pressure. Ease almost as if the humans shielded them from the worst effects. New Texas was not what they expected. White fenced homes, green lawns, children laughing in parks. But oddities emerged quickly. A farmer waved his hand and soil tilled itself. A teacher ran classes where students learned to move pebbles with thought alone. An old man hummed to his. Flowers, which bloomed in time to the melody. Crick's. The Zendari security chief whispered into his recorder. Their sensors show nothing unusual. No hidden devices, but the laws of physics are not obeyed here. Invisible, cloaked alien spies crept closer, confident in technology that had fooled the best. But the moment they neared a garden, an old woman looked straight at them. You? No, she said kindly. You're not as invisible as you think. The spies froze. Their stealth fields flickered out, and suddenly the street filled with humans smiling, curious, unafraid. You might as well join us for dinner? The old woman said, Mayor Frank has been expecting you. Dinner at Mayor Frank Davis's house was unlike any state meeting the aliens had attended. There were no guards, no locked doors, only laughter, stories, and food shared among neighbors. The 4 alien spies sat awkwardly at the kitchen table, drinking tea while human children played nearby, floating tiny balls in lazy orbits above their hands. Frank smiled gently. We know why you came. Every mind in town felt your ship land. You want to know why we're isolated, why our borders are closed, why you cannot scan us or fight us or understand us with machines. Sinindel, a shape-shifting intelligence operative, stammered. Your abilities, this is not normal evolution. How is any of this possible? Dr. Helen Carter, the town historian, placed a thick old book on the table. 3 centuries ago, something happened to humanity. We called it the Awakening. Some say it was a cosmic event. Some say it was a tipping point in our own minds. Suddenly, we could sense each other's emotions, move things with thought, heal wounds with will alone. At first, it was chaos. We drove some of our own mad. Aliens who visited suffered worse. Frank turned the book to a page of faded photographs, aliens and humans together, then the same. Aliens sick and afraid. Your people cannot withstand the noise of our consciousness. It's not a weapon. It's what we are now. Carlos, a construction worker, demonstrated. He shaped a broken mug into a delicate sculpture without touching it. Nancy, the retired pilot, explained how human ships moved through space not by math or computers, but by feeling gravitational flows. We sense the currents, we ride them. Sinindel stared in horror. Are we in danger just by being here? Yes, Helen said softly. You will carry a part of us back with you. A gift or a curse. When the alien delegation returned to Nexus Prime, every medical scan told the same story. Their minds had changed. Commander Crix could finish. A colleague sentenced before they spoke. Dr. Velmuth had begun to sense the feelings of other scientists. Sinindel dreamed in colors she had never seen, and sometimes objects seemed to move in the corner of her vision. The council chamber was a storm of outrage and fear. Some demanded the total quarantine of human space. Others begged for a chance to learn the secret of humanity's evolution. The humans arrived at last. Ambassador Patricia Moore, radiant and serene, stood before the assembly. Her mere presence seemed to quiet the room. We have kept to ourselves, she said, not out of arrogance, but out of care. Our minds have become as powerful as our machines once were. We have learned to shield, to guide, to help, but we cannot unmake what we have become. Admiral Scott activated a small device. Instantly, every weapon system aboard Nexus Prime powered down. Life support continued, but every gun, shield, and combat drone fell silent, you see? Moore said gently, we do not threaten, but our presence changes things. The galaxy had to decide. Isolated forever or careful, protected contact? The vote was bitter, but hope prevailed. The first contact station, Haven Point, would be built on neutral ground. There, with new technology to buffer the human mind's effects. Aliens and humans could meet, trade, and learn. Haven Point glowed like a beacon at the edge of human space. Its halls rang with voices in dozens of languages, its walls layered, with fields that dampened the wild tide of human consciousness just enough for aliens to feel safe. Children of every species attended the new Consciousness Development Institute. Sinindel became its first non-human instructor, teaching empathy and gentle mental exercises to the brave. Young Belter, a Takari scientist, learned to move a pebble. With thought a moment that brought tears to her eyes, some species struggled and retreated. Others adapted, discovering that intelligence took many shapes, and that consciousness could be as powerful as any machine. On a quiet balcony, Commander Crix watched human and alien children play together, no longer separated by fear, but by curiosity and laughter. The galaxy was never ready for what humans became. He told a visiting diplomat, but perhaps now we can learn together. Ambassador Moore stood beneath the stars, feeling the hope and awe radiating from every mind on the station. Human space was still a border, still a warning, but it had become something more. A promise that the universe, for all its terror and mystery, could be shared. And so the age of isolation ended. Slowly, carefully, with more questions than answers, but with one truth above all: great power demands greater responsibility, and sometimes the courage to let others see who you really are.